1,580. But we rejected there not just on a price basis. Someone threw out 1,000 lot on the offer
Ooh.
at 580 even. It didn't get filled, but that stopped the rally for the day.
Huh.
So just going to see, when we get into the New York session, whether or not, that presence kind of steps in again to stop any attempts at trading above 600s.
And
So
that
just keeping that in mind. They may not step
kind of
back
lines
in,
up
but
with last week's high, which was 19,589,
right.
which came in right at the end of the day on Friday. All right. All right. Thanks, Jay. All right, let's take a
No
look
problem.
at crude oil now.
Hey, real quick
So
here, we got a couple more comments here from Bissett.
go ahead, Jay. Go ahead,
Saying
Eddie.
over time, we're going to see that the Chinese tariffs are not sustainable for China. Tariffs are unsustainable for China, and the onus will be on China. That's what I've got so far. Eyes on the prize. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. Order filled. Order filled. This is the daily in crude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in balance. We've broken that balance. We were looking below last week's low, coming back into the rollover balance or consolidation at this lower level. Yesterday, on the push to the downside, we lost 6,000 in open interest. So that was probably more long liquidation. And you're going to see that in the profile as we move on. Jay, do you think this thing? Do you think crude can test down to that weekly kickoff low, 59.70? I mean, we're in balance to breakout rules here. We break out of balance with any gusto. You go with it. Do we go with this?
Yes, I agree with you, Hogue. We traded back into that April 9th candle again. We tried to hold the highs, we couldn't. So now I would be looking for a rotation right back to the middle of it, which is 58.34s, and we'll hit that weekly kickoff low on the way. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, crude looked bullish for a little while, but could not break out. Really, no buying. I think some of the fundamental news is bearish for price in crude, right? If we're going to increase supplies, so I do like that. If we get an opening range trade to the short side.
All right, let's take a look here. So the range from yesterday, okay, we are opening with a gap. We are opening with some overnight inventory to the short side. Um, here's the session gap takes us in essence basically to last week's low, 61.53, and a little bit of change. We kind of closed this gap. Where have we traded to in the overnight? A visual level, a naked point of control, 60.71. We do see this market continuing to push to the downside. I mean, obviously, the overnight trend is short. If gap rules apply, if we can't close the session gap relatively early, we look for opportunities in the direction of the gap. We take out this naked point of control. The next visual level is the weekly kickoff low, 59.70. And then Jay was talking about half that candle, which was down around what, 50, 58.40, I think you said?
58.30. Yeah, 58.40s.
58.30.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So the profile, B shape. Okay. Big down move, consolidation rest of the day, long liquidation, supported by the loss in open interest. We get some new selling coming in here. We could see another increase in open interest to the downside, which would be kind of, encouraging potential more selling to come in. Jay, what do you think about all this on this 30-minute chart?
Uh, it looks bearish to me. It looks bearish to me. I've wanted to buy crude. We're under the 200 moving average on the half an hour.
Mhm.
Kind of holding this 20 moving average as a trend right now. So do we see a pop back up? We are kind of on the lows right now, lows of the day. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pop back up, but as long as 61.30s hold, or if we were to get in short, if we could afford the risk up to 61.70s, I like the short side on this.
Awesome. Gold. Well, we were right.
Yeah, here's those 25s, kind of rejecting that 25 area. This
Yep.
is where I would start to think about management, because if we do kind of fall back into that range, I don't want to be in the trade anymore. Uh, we have, you know, 25 was that 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart as well. Um, so really, I don't have a great spot. I'm still in this long. I don't have a great spot to kind of limit risk on this with a trail.
Mm,
I think
right.
what I will do is, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it on. If we break above 25s with some volume, then I'll trail to about 20.
Cool.
I got some more comments here, guys and girls. Treasury Secretary saying that we want to give automakers a pass to create jobs. He also says that the Asia trading partners have been the most forthcoming. He thinks that we got about 5 minutes here on our next coming up here, 8 o'clock numbers here. Also, we could see some South Korea deal contours coming together. He also says he wants to have a frame into election. Also, India is an easier to negotiate than the other countries. This off the wire here. Back to you guys. Redbook, by the way,
Thank you,
real
Eddie.
quick here. Redbook came in at 6.1. They were looking at a 7.4.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. All right, I've got the weekly here in gold. Obviously, the weekly trend is still intact. We do see some pretty decent excess on this weekly bar at the top here, right off last week's and this week's weekly kickoff high. Here's the daily, day 4 in range, in range on the daily chart. Jay, what do you think of this balance here? Do you think this balance is doing a decent job of evening out inventory? We got too long coming back. You either need a pullback or some consolidation to even out inventory. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I agree. We've seen gold do this. A lot of times it's doing this kind of balance during a rollover week. I know we're not in rollover right now, but we have
Mm,
uh, jobs data coming out. We got a Fed meeting next week. So I'm not surprised to see this. And I wouldn't be surprised to see gold in this range next Wednesday when we have that Fed meeting. It gives, gives new buyers a chance to make some deposits, some balance transfers to to get into new
mm,
longs here. But I yeah, I think this is healthy for the trend that we've been in. We haven't really seen much of a consolidation like this in a little while. I think
mhm.
it's good as long as we hold above 3250s on a higher time frame. I do continue to like this market to the upside.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, taking a look at the 30-minute chart, we opened again, between these two distributions. We traded into this distribution. The next target is the upper distribution. So I
Yep.
still like this long. I think what we did was we got a little ahead of ourselves on trying to get into it. We thought maybe it was going to leave us behind, and
Mm,
our stop ended up being the better entry. So
yep.
we didn't want to take all that risk on a mini, and so we tightened up the risk, and that's what got us clipped out of this. So there's always more to learn. If we demand a good trade location, we might miss some trades, but we may be able to stay in some decent trades here. But the over
Sure.
the again overnight inventory is short. We were in the middle of a repair type of situation. We tested into the lower distribution. I see us getting up to the upper distribution to finish the repair of the low volume and single TPOs from the double distribution day yesterday. Jay, thoughts on that? And we'll get to the opening range and news on crude here in just a second.
If
Order
we finish
filled.
that repair, Hogue, what prices are you looking at? You looking at like 3340s
Yes.
up there?
Yep.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what I'm looking at.
Yep. It'd
Yeah.
be a nice
I love when
trade.
we're on the same page, Hogue.
All
I love when we're on the same page.
Hey, we got
right.
a hot
Hey,
one
what?
coming off the wire here right now. Um, Press secretary talking about Amazon being a hostile act. So I'm going to see if I can dig into that and see what's up with Amazon. Uh, she said that just got off the phone with Trump on the Amazon announcement. I'm looking to see what that Amazon announcement is. So I'll get back to you
Hmm,
guys as soon as I can. And hey, we got these numbers coming up here in about 15 seconds. We got our Case Shiller house price index. And the next top of the hour here in an hour from now, we got the big one, jolts and consumer confidence. So I'm going to stay on here right now. We got these numbers going to be hitting the wire here any second.
got
And
it.
let's see if we can get this share.
Thank
And
you, Eddie.
yes, coming
Crude
in.
open.
We got a
Yes,
race to the bottom in equities right now.
Case
Stocks are
Shiller coming
taking
in
a
at
dive.
4.5. They were looking at a 4.7. We've got the house price index coming at 3.9. House price index month over month. They were looking at 0.3%, coming in at 0.1%. Back to you guys. Oh, and
We got a pretty
Thanks,
wide
Eddie.
opening range
always.
in crude oil right now. Crude is open for
32
business.
ticks.
You've got
Morning,
32
crude.
tick wide opening range in crude oil. We haven't seen a 32 tick wide opening range in crude in quite a while, Oag.
Okay. Overnight
It's a big
inventory
range.
short. Tested to a naked point of control before the open. VWAP 61.27 on the 30-minute chart. And leaning down, leaning to the downside.
So we prefer a short position, but we're trading at the upper
I
end of the opening range right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I prefer short, but if we do get in a long overnight inventory, could bring us to a see money, take money type of profit on this.
Okay. All right, we're working our bids to enter right now. We've got a stop to enter above the market, 61.16. Stop to enter below the market at 60.82. I'm going to check back in on those equities real quick. We're making new lows. Took out the overnight lows in the Nasdaq. Did we take out the overnight low in the ES?
Yes, we did.
Here's your 438, so
Yep. Let's see what
Equities
these
taking
numbers
a-
do to this.
We will continue to monitor those.
We might be in this.
Yeah.
We might be in this opening range in crude for a while. It's pretty big.
I know, right?
I was going to ask about that.
Sometimes
When the range is this big, do you guys look to still take the trade, or
Yeah, we'll
I feel
still
like a lot
take the
of times-
trade.
Okay,
They're smaller size.
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Coach Jay still in that gold long, correct?
Yep.
Yep, still in it. Yeah, really looking for a push to above 25 so I can take the risk off of this trade, but we just have not
Yeah.
gotten it yet. We've seen continuing to see some rejection with the equity selling off. It's a little bit more of a comfortable trade, but right now, if I was to trail, the only pivot that I have is pretty much where my entry is. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of just got to let it work out.
Yep. Yeah, Hogue, you mentioned it. Our risk was just a little too tight on that trade.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we got decent trade location on our entry.
Yeah, you bought that on a down tick. That's for damn sure. That was a really good entry for the time.
It looked real good too
Mm-hmm.
for a minute. But anyway, equities still selling off. Selling pressure still coming into equities.
Yep.
Right in the middle of the opening range in crude oil.
I know it's before they open, but do we want to jump on this equities trend?
I know, right? I'm looking at it, and I want to.
Home price.
The
I
high
take
of
it.
that last.
I didn't hear the closing arguments or the closing statements, but I'm assuming the White House briefing is concluded.
I have not gotten that yet. Basically, what he's doing is he's just repeating regarding the auto relief that they want to bring jobs here for precision manufacturing. Auto tariff relief, we won't deal with it, as said prior. So I think he's still commenting here. So I'll be watching. I'll watch the wire here. You guys go ahead,
Thank you,
relax,
Eddie.
make your trades, have some fun.
Charles Benitez in the chat wants to know what our win rate is on the opening range. Last Friday, I went through. What was it? We are up on the month, that's for sure. What was our total? On
Here
Friday,
we
we
go.
were up.
Hot biscuit, real quick here, JD. As I was talking about these auto tariffs, Trump will be signing an executive order on auto tariffs later today. Back to you.
Thank you, Eddie. So we were up about $3,800 after Friday on the opening range trades for the month of April. We took 2 losses yesterday, 1 loss so far this morning. So we will be closing the month up on the opening range trade. What that actual will be yet to be determined. We got one more day. Tomorrow is the last trading day of the month. Last day of the month, last trading day of the month. So we've got a little more opportunity for the opening range. But it's been a decent month for the opening. If it wasn't for the last week, we would have been up.
Yeah.
Probably close to $6,000 on this trade. But the last couple days have not been good.
And JD, is it a high probability trade?
It is not.
That
It's
was
a
my
low
question.
probability trade. It's a mechanical trade, but you have to take it every time if you want a real data set behind it. If you want to take advantage of the winners, then you have to eat the losers. You know what I mean?
Very
When it works,
That
it
was
mechanical,
my
works very
very
question.
rich.
well.
Brian, that's for
Yeah.
both.
Both crude oil and gold. Yeah.
Mhm.
Trading 1 lots, single 1 lots.
That's why, and I've said it the last time I was on with you guys, but I really do love the process for that trade because it's not overthinking it, right? We could add a bunch of things to it to try to not be wrong, but why, right? Is it worth the added reward? Where there's just going to be a percentage of times where it doesn't work out. There is no perfect trade, so I think the lesson in that is take the setup, manage the risk, and let the numbers play out. If the numbers aren't playing out, then you make adjustments, but you said they're profitable for the month, JD, so really not much of a reason to change
We're up.
anything.
Yeah. So right now, yeah, we're in the school or the thought of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're not gonna start lennying it just yet. If May turns into a real shit show for it, maybe we'll start making adjustments. But April, decent month, trading 1 lots, just that one
I
setup.
mean, it's a it's a it's a it's a streaky trade. There's going to be periods of time when it doesn't happen very much, and then you'll hit a streak of like 8 out of 10 days. The opening range will remain one extreme. Usually, it's in a directional market though, and
Yep.
we're kind of in a little bit of a range here in gold. Breaking out of a range possibly in
Antonio, you
crude
not
oil.
put
But
attention.
we're still
You
Yeah.
gonna get.
after 8 minutes sitting in the opening range in crude oil right now.
Joey wants to know what are the stats for each individual market. It's around 50. You're not going to hit. It's rare to hit both on the same day, but if you hit one and miss the other, you're up a considerable amount. Missing one and hitting one, you could cover. I mean, theoretically, you could cover 10 losses on 1 winner using
Yes,
this trade.
if you don't lenny it.
If you don't lenny it.
I cut that gold trade in half. I'm down to 2 micros. We traded above 25, but really didn't see any buying above there. That was the first management target I was talking about. So if I get stopped out where my stop is right now, it would be a scratch trade. Didn't really see a great spot to trail yet, so I want to leave my stop where it is.
Where was your exit on your 2 lot?
25-2.
520. Nice trade.
25-20. Thanks,
Yeah, we got the
Very nice.
the 200 session
conference
moving
is
average on
over.
a 30-minute chart at 33.2580. So that's a good out.
Yep. Thanks, Hope.
One more time here. That press conference is over.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks, Eddie.
Still right in the middle of this crude oil opening range. Oh, at what point do we call it quits and just cancel all on this trade?
If it doesn't scare you out, it'll wear you out.
Exactly.
I don't know.
guess it never really
Order filled.
evaporates as time goes on, right? You're just looking at a longer and longer opening range.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at 10 minutes now. 10 minutes. Wouldn't it be strange if the initial balance was the opening range?
It's shaping up to be that, isn't it?
I know. Praise.
Fade the
And with
extremes of
a
that range
opening
until it
range,
breaks out.
yeah. I mean, exactly. With an opening range this wide and the amount of time it's taken to break out, I mean, does that increase the probability of the higher low for the day being made in the first minute?
It's a good question. I don't think so. But just, with the gap we've got in crude oil, I would be looking for like more activity right off the open here. But it seems to just be lying here. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the middle of the range. It doesn't seem like anybody cares.
Yeah, right. Tell you what,
Crazy.
we've got a few minutes left here together. We're going to cut out about 8:15 and make way for our fast markets counterparts. But I'll say this: when you guys go on for fast markets, I'll cut in right around 8:30, just after the equity open, and we can discuss more. If we're not in this trade yet, we haven't triggered a buy or sell.
Order filled.
I'll jump in during fast markets, so we could talk through whether or not we want to hold on to these, or whether or not we still are interested in taking this trade.
right now.
Sure.
If it triggers an entry.
If it hasn't left by 8:30, I say cancel it. Working nothing.
Pull them all.
76% long in the tilt. First big number taking a jump.
I haven't had the tilt up all morning. 75% long in gold. Wow.
71% in the money here. Average price 32.2430.
We do have 90
Jay,
contracts sitting at 30 evens. Go ahead, O.
Are you going to take one off at VWAP and just leave a runner on for 33.40?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Right at VWAP, we got 90 contracts sitting there. So I'm thinking about management again here. And it really didn't give me a great spot. This price action, look at this 3-minute chart, where it's like, where can you
Doesn't really
trail
give
to
you
that the market hasn't traded
Yeah.
besides my entry?
We just saw some sellers step into crude oil here. We almost triggered a short.
Oh no, not that.
Wait.
Well, we are coming to the end of opening call here. And just to give us a little teaser or a taste, what's going to be on the menu here today. I'd like to thank Coach Jay for being with us here. Fast markets. Next, we're trading with number 5 on the big board, Coach Dakota, and number 53 on the big board, Tony. Number 5, Coach Dakota, ended his day up a little over 3,000 yesterday. And sadly to say that Tony took a $4,000 loss yesterday. But we're going to ask him about this, what his plan is coming into today. Also, Jerome going to be joining us for Power Players, coming up for lunchbox trading. Pack a lunch here for yourself. And don't forget to get your permission slip for the event. Coach Jack Sr. VIP update. Coach Hoop's going to be with us also with a VIP update. Back to the Futures with James D. And look who we got here for Power Hour. Mandy's going to join Dolby and Jack. That's what we've got here so far. And, like I said, we're just about out of time here. I want to ask JD. JD, any closing comments before
We will keep you apprised of this crude oil situation where it looked like we were going to make a run for the lows, but we did not quite get there. So I'll pop into fast markets in a little bit and let you know what we're going to do with this trade. If we trigger something, I'll definitely jump in sooner rather than later. But keep those stops what do I say every morning? The only thing you can really control in these markets is your downside risk. So make sure you are trading with stops and protect your downside. Catch you guys in a little bit. Thank you.
There you go. Real quick here, 77% long here in gold. Coach Jay, closing comments here.
I just took that gold trade off. I'm flat. My last comment, every day you wake up, you have two choices: to get better or to get worse. What did you do today to get better? Still got some time. It's a lot of time left in the day.
Oh, yeah. I like that one, Jay. And, of course, the legend, Mr. Hogue.
Well, as always, breathe. Breathe in and out all day long. Breathe in and out. Stay calm. Stay humble, grateful, creative, and centered in your trading today. Pray for peace. Have a great trading day. Lots going on here on Top Step TV. Looking forward to a profitable day for all of us.
Thanks, Hogue. All right, folks, we're going to take a short one here. Next up is Fast Markets, so
stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I promise.
Why Top Step? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass TopStep's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a TopStep funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a TopStep funded trader today.
Thank God. The first shall be last and the last shall be first, James.
What do you remember from the time trials last year? Who finished first?
I did. That's what I remember.
What was by how many seconds and how?
I don't know about the seconds. I don't care about anybody else. I got number one.
Look at that. Who wants to short America when you got that flying overhead? All right, Top Step TV will report back after the time trial. I'm going to get in line.
He's going. Off he goes, trying to beat the record of 32 seconds. Will he beat the fastest time?
37.4.
It's James in the Top Step buggy. 37.10 for James D. Andre, you're up next. How you feeling?
I'm very interested to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to see what the time. Do we know what the time is right now? 30.
I think 34 like 44.
All right.
JD Top Step TV here. We got Andre in the buggy. He's about to go real fast, guys. Andre, what's
33 seconds?
33 seconds. 33 seconds. Keep your fucking foot on the gas. Don't hit that brake at all.
All gas, no brakes, baby. It's full send.
Here he goes. Last lap. Let's go.
35.
Second's not bad.
Second's not bad. Got slippery over there. Wah, wah. Let's go.
All right, Danielle's gonna parallel park. You gotta straighten. Other way. No, you gotta turn the other way now. Cut it now.
I'm going to.
You gotta cut it now.
I do it my own way.
No, you're on the curb.
Oh no.
All right, you're clear now.
Oh my God.
It's freezing out here. It is so cold, dude. moving average tonight. It's straight lane, straight ball playing. Dakota, I'm going to bowl a 200 straight ball for you tonight, I promise you. Game 3 coming up.
All right, JD, we're here with your bowling league. Can you give us a brief introduction?
Well, we got a couple hammers. We got a couple sickos here. We're sponsored by the Go Tavern and Liquors. We got the ultimate hammer right here, Kate Jessup. We got Dominic here. Happy birthday to Dom. 38th birthday today. Everybody say a couple words into the camera. All right, we'll knock it off.
How many followers do you really have?
Hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands. Well, we're working on 150,000.
John.
We're going to get there.
Okay, you guys
Get on
know, like,
YouTube
John,
tomorrow. Give
hold
us a
on.
like. Give us a
This
subscribe.
is really big news. Their bowling team is #1 in the league right now. It's kind of a big deal. It's a really big deal.
First place, baby.
JD, show me his bowling ball. He was 15-pounder?
15 pounds of glory. I call it the firecracker.
Let me see that thing. Can I touch it?
Get your fucking hands on my ball.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh! You waiting for Kate to roll ball too? It's automatic. Don't worry. What'd I tell you? We got total pins, but we lost 2 out of 3 games. So we got 3 points out of possible 7.
You'll get him next time. We know it.
We're still in first place, as far as I know.
What's first place in Cicero?
First place is first fucking place.
No respect in between. Change the flow.